Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss about the second chapter, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Before we discuss about the reproduction, we have to know about the flowers, different parts of flowers and their structures. So, what is flower? We know that flowers are very bright in color, bright in nature, and we use it in different purpose like religious purpose, social purpose. Someone use it as an ornament, and flower is always a symbol of love. So, what is flower? Flowers are object of aesthetic, ornamental, social, religious and cultural value. They have always been used as symbol for conveying important human feeling such as love, affection, happiness, grief, etc. Here, this is a longitudinal section of a flower. Here, this part is a petal. We know petals are very bright in color. It differs in different species. This is anther. This portion, this total portion, that means this is called as stamen. This is anther, and this stalk-like structures is known as filament. This is stigma, this is style, and this is ovary. Here the female reproductive organ present known as gynoecium, and this outermost part is sepal. It is always green in color. Here we drawn the main four parts of a flower. These bright colors are petal, and this is androecium, the male reproductive organ, and this portion, that's mean corolla and calyx, together known as perianth, and this green color part is sepal. And what is corolla? Corolla is the sepal together is known as corolla. And what is calyx? The petal together is known as calyx, and this corolla and calyx is together known as perianth. Here this is the female reproductive organ we magnify, that is gynoecium. This is ovary. Here this is ovules, and that's mean megasporangium. This is stigma, and this is style. Here this structure is androecium, that's mean a male reproductive organ. This stalk-like structure are filament, and this portion is anther. Here these parts are pollen grains where pollens are present, and these are microsporangia. Here flowers contain the plant's reproductive structures. That means in a plants for reproductions, all things that are needs, all these are present in a flowers. Our typical flowers has four main parts known as calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. What is calyx? The outermost well of the flower has green leafy structures known as sepals. That means the outermost part of a flower is sepals, and these sepals collectively called the calyx helps to unopen the bud. And what is corolla? The second well is comprised of petals which are usually brightly colored, collectively known as corolla. That means the bright color petals are together known as corolla. The number of sepals and petals depending on whether the plant is a monocot or dicot. That means what number of sepals or petals will present in a plants, it will be depends on whether the plant is monocot or it is dicot. In most monocot plants are usually, in monocots, petals are usually number 3 or multiple of 3, and in dicots the number is usually 4 and 5 or multiple of 4 or 5. And what is perianth? Together calyx and corolla are known as perianth. Here the petals and sepals together known as calyx, known as perianth. Now what is androecium? The third well contains the male reproductive structures and known as androecium. That's mean in a plants the male reproductive parts is known as androecium. In a flower. The androecium has stamen with anther that contains the microsporangia. That's mean stamens that is present in androecium, and these stamens contains anther, and in anther there is present microsporangia. What is gynoecium? The innermost group of structures in the flower is gynoecium are the female reproductive components. That's mean in a flower the innermost part is gynoecium, and this gynoecium is known as female reproductive components. And what is carapel? The carapel is individual unit of the gynoecium and has a stigma, style and ovary. That's mean carapel is present in gynoecium, that's mean in the female reproductive organ, and it contains stigma, style and ovary. A flower may have one or multiple carapel.